Welcome to Be One With Me, as we journey together to be the best we can. Today, we'll explore the top 10 signs you're outgrowing the old you. There comes a moment on every conscious path when something inside you whispers, "I'm not that person anymore." It's subtle at first. Maybe you no longer enjoy the same conversations, environments, or even the same foods. You can't quite explain it, but something feels off, misaligned, too tight for who you're becoming. That's the sign of spiritual growth. You're expanding, and your old self, the roles, beliefs, habits, and attachments that once defined you, can no longer contain your spirit. Outgrowing the old you isn't always graceful. It can feel confusing or lonely because transformation asks you to let go before you fully see what's next. But that's the essence of growth. Trusting the space between who you were and who you're becoming. This is not about abandoning your past. It's about integrating the wisdom from it and walking forward with new awareness. As you explore these 10 signs, notice which ones resonate most deeply. They're not warnings. They're invitations to align with the version of yourself that's truer, freer, and more awake. Here are the top 10 signs you're outgrowing the old you. 1. Old environments feel draining instead of comforting. You may start noticing that familiar places, a favorite hangout, a friend's house, even your job, suddenly feel heavy or uninspiring. It's not that these spaces have changed. You have. Your energy no longer matches the vibration of those old patterns. Ask yourself, where do I feel energized and where do I feel depleted? Your body will tell you the truth faster than your mind. Practice. Spend 1 week observing how you feel in different spaces. Notice which environments lift your spirit and which dim it. Then, intentionally choose more time in places that feel expansive. 2. Certain conversations no longer interest you. You might find small talk harder, gossip intolerable, or negativity just a lot more noticeable. This doesn't mean you've become superior. It means you're tuning to a higher frequency. Shallow exchanges just don't feed your soul anymore because, well, you crave authenticity and depth. Ask yourself, what kinds of conversations make me feel alive? Here's a simple practice. Try steering one everyday conversation toward meaning. Maybe ask someone what they've learned recently or what they're grateful for. Just watch how the energy shifts. 3. You're less reactive and more reflective. The old you might have snapped back, defended yourself, or internalized every criticism. But now the evolving you pauses instead. You sense that peace matters more than being right. This isn't passivity, it's mastery. You're choosing awareness over reaction. Ask yourself, do I want to be right or do I want to be at peace? And you know, the next time you feel triggered, just try taking 3 slow breaths before responding. That moment of stillness is really where the new you lives. 4. You feel pulled towards simplicity. The need to prove, collect, or impress, it just starts to fade. You crave less clutter, not just in your home, but in your mind and relationships too. You realize that fulfillment doesn't come from accumulation, but from presence. Ask yourself, what can I release that no longer supports my peace? Try this. Let go of one physical item, one commitment, and one outdated belief this week. That way, you create space for clarity to move in. 5. You crave solitude without feeling lonely. You start to really enjoy your own company. Silence, well, it doesn't feel empty anymore. It actually feels nourishing. Time alone becomes this sacred pause, a chance to reconnect with your essence. The world's noise quiets down, and your intuition just gets louder. Ask yourself, when was the last time I sat in silence and truly listened? Here's a practice. Spend 15 minutes each day without any distractions. No phone, no music, no agenda. Just be. Notice how your energy resets. 6. Old goals don't inspire you anymore. The ambitions that once felt so vital now seem kind of hollow or just misaligned. You might even feel a bit of guilt for not wanting what you used to. But honestly, this isn't regression. It's redirection. Your soul is asking for purpose, not just performance. Just ask yourself, does this goal still feel like mine, or did I inherit it? Practice revisiting one long-term goal and rewrite it in a way that reflects who you are now, not who you were when you first set it. 7. Relationships are shifting or ending. As your frequency changes, your relationships recalibrate. Some people will meet you in your new vibration, others won't. It's not rejection, it's energetic realignment. You can love people deeply and still know their chapter in your story is complete. Ask yourself, which relationships feel mutual and which feel one-sided? Practice, without judgment, listing who supports your growth and who resists it. Express gratitude for each, even the ones you're releasing. 8. You're drawn to new interests and teachings. Books, teachers, practices, or even places may suddenly capture your attention. Your soul is like expanding its vocabulary. This curiosity signals that you're entering a new layer of awareness. So, follow it. Ask yourself, what new passions or topics light me up lately? Practice. Dedicate an hour this week to exploring something that inspires you. A new class, podcast, or creative outlet. Let intuition guide your next step. 9. You're becoming more authentic and less afraid to be seen. The fear of judgment begins to fade. You start speaking more honestly, expressing your truth, and making choices that align with your integrity, even if it's uncomfortable. You realize that pretending costs your peace, and honestly, peace is priceless. All right, ask yourself, where in my life am I still performing? It's a good question, isn't it? Now practice this. Choose one area where you can show up more authentically this week. Maybe it's your work, your relationships, or even your online presence. Speak from the heart and notice just how freeing it feels. 10. You feel called to serve or share your light. Perhaps you feel drawn to help others, to teach, create, or simply be a positive presence in the world. This isn't about ego recognition, it's about soul contribution. When you evolve, your energy naturally seeks to uplift others. Ask yourself, how can I use what I've learned to help someone else today? Try this practice. Offer a kind word, a helping hand, or a piece of wisdom from your own journey. The act of giving completes the cycle of growth. So, recognizing when your spirit has evolved beyond your old roles, habits, and attachments really comes down to this. Outgrowing the old you isn't about rejection. It's about remembering. Every time you release a version of yourself that no longer fits, you make room for more authenticity, more peace, and more light. Growth can feel uncertain, even lonely, but that space you're standing in, between who you were and who you're becoming, is sacred. Ask yourself now, am I honoring the person I'm becoming or clinging to who I used to be? When you can hold love for both, for the lessons of your past and the potential of your now, you're living in conscious evolution. You're not losing yourself. You're simply shedding what you no longer need to reveal the radiant being you've always been. Subscribe to this channel. More is coming from the heart for the soul. Remember, a smile can make someone's day. The right words may change their life. Thank you, I love you. Be you. Be one with me.